Hey everybody, welcome back to day 3, Breakfast with Bob from .tev Challenge Roth. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're brought to you by HOKA Fly Human Fly, Master Spas, deboer wetsuits, Outrigger, Kona Resort and Spa, stay longer and save more. And our Challenge Athletes Foundation, our next guest doing his first full distance race here at beautiful Challenge Roth. Give it up for Mr. Fred Funk. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Yeah, super excited.
Yes, I was so bummed. I was like looking forward to the run at the Challenge Championship, and you crashed, and you were pretty banged up.
Yeah, I crashed like literally in the last corner, 500 meter before T2, being in second position behind Christian Hogenhaug, who had a flying day out there.
Yes.
But yeah, still in pretty good position to like run for the podium for sure. And yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't a spectacular crash, but felt pretty bad, like on my ribs on my right side.
Right.
And yeah, in the race, I couldn't really get going anymore, unfortunately. And also after that, I needed like around 3 weeks until it was fully healed and I could do proper swim training again.
Sometimes some of the worst crashes are the slower ones, right? You're going fast, you slide. When you're going slower, boom, you're down, and then ribs, the whole side, your body's sort of thrown off. And how long was it before you felt like you're running well again?
So luckily I could get back to cycling and running just a few days later.
Oh, okay.
So that was good, but then yeah, I wasn't in the water for 2 weeks. And then I had 1 more week where I was in the water, but only was like trying to get some water feeling back, doing a lot of kicking and that stuff, like one arm swimming. And yeah, just a few days before T100 Vancouver, I finally could do like some proper strokes again. But yeah, especially in the race in Vancouver, yeah, I had a swim deficit, which I wasn't used to before.
Well, when we look at those T100 races, that's a world championship field.
Yeah.
Every time you go to the start, so you could finish 12th, 14th, 15th. It's like finishing that in a world championship because there's no weak links in those races. They're deep fields.
Yeah, for sure. And then when you already like have a big gap after the swim, it's just almost impossible to get back into the race.
Yes. Now you were here watching this last year. What did you take away from sort of checking it out?
Yeah, not only last year, like I mean, I did my first ever triathlon here at the Junior Challenge in Roth. It was 2003.
Okay.
And then after that, a lot of years where I was here and cheered on my parents racing. They were also racing in a professional field, and my mom got second place behind Nicole Leder in 2003 as well. And I was actually even crossing the finish line here a few times already, like, as a kid running to the finish line with my parents.
Whoa, oh, that's very cool.
So, yeah, it won't be the first time crossing this finish line this Sunday, but the first time, obviously, with doing the full race before that.
Now, are your folks here watching you this time?
Yeah, they're arriving today, and I think they're more nervous than me.
There's a lot of Vincent Louis, Aaron Royal, yourself. There's so many who are doing their first ever longer distance race this weekend, which means this field's pretty wide open.
Yeah, I think we've got a really really stacked field, and I think super unpredictable. Like with so many rookies racing, and yeah, also like some last minute registrations who can like completely change the race dynamics. And yeah, I think the last 3 years you could kind of predict it easier with like putting Magnus for the win. But yeah, Magnus isn't here this time, so yeah, we will see. Yeah.
So is the rest of this season more T100?
Yeah, I have to see how it goes on Sunday. But yeah, I definitely have to do the T100 this season. But let's see if there's space for anything else if I enjoy Sunday.
Yes, and now are you already qualified for 70.3 Worlds?
No, because there was not really time for a qualification race before Challenge Roth, as I really wanted to focus on Challenge Roth.
This is the focal point of the season.
Exactly, it's definitely my season highlight for the first half, probably for the whole year.
Yes.
As a German professional, I think it's even something completely different than for other professionals racing here in Roth. It's like probably it's almost the same level as the Ironman World Championship.
Yes. So for as somebody who grew up in this sport, right, what would it mean to win this race?
Oh, it would mean crazy much. I think, like, if you're talking about this Sunday, I think it's just like, I'm
talking this Sunday.
The season hasn't gone particularly well until now. I mean, it was only like T100 and 70.3 racing, so I'm kind of telling myself maybe it's a good sign I wasn't performing on my usual level on this distance, which is maybe good for the long one. I felt really good in training on the long distance race pace stuff. So I'm kind of excited to how it feels on Sunday, and so much work has gone into this race. Also, like, not just physically but also mentally, and we've put together also around the race, like. I have my own booth here at the Challenge Roth Expo, like selling my own merch, and just really using out the hype of my first long distance race. And I have like a huge team around me which helped me with everything. And I think like winning this race would mean crazy much, not only for me but doing it like for the whole team, and like kind of giving something back, and showing that it was all completely worth it. And I think that would definitely be crazy emotional.
What's funny is when we were at Challenge Championships and I'm interviewing Christian Hogenhag, and he's like, God, I've been training so hard for the last few years. I haven't won a race in a couple of years, and everybody's getting so much faster. I'm not quite sure if maybe I've done as much as I can. He really wasn't going in feeling I've got the great preparation. I'm going to go off the front and win this race. And he went off the front and won the race, and then just got second in Frankfurt last week. So it's like sometimes you look at those results and they're a little misleading. And sometimes the fact that you had to take a little time off because of an injury is good, because it's better to be 10% undertrained and 1% overtrained going into something like this, which is a good thing.
Yeah, probably. And I think like I also haven't won a race now in 2 years. I think my last one was Ironman 70.3 Zell am See maybe in 2023.
And Challenge Roth,
and so I think when it's going well, you have you're building this momentum for yourself, like you're getting like big confidence and you're thinking you can win everything.
Right.
And then on the other hand, obviously when it's not going as well and you kind of have few bad races, or which are not even bad maybe, but you're racing T100 and
you're racing T100
with like a decent performance, you're just maybe getting before last or something, but the performance actually wasn't that bad, but it's just like this crazy level. But you're starting to think like what you're doing wrong, like what do you have to do better, what do you have to change. But I think in the end of the day, it's just like stick to what you're doing, trust the process, and once you're getting that momentum back.
You had a plan at the beginning of the season to focus on this. You've done the build up to get to this point, and you're ready to go win this thing.
Yeah, like on paper for sure, but in the end of the day, it's my first long distance, and I've just don't know what to expect, but also got nothing to lose for sure.
Absolutely nothing to lose. Enjoy yourself out there. I know you've got a live interview happening in a few minutes. Congratulations on everything you've done so far, and in watching you race here, the crowds are going to carry you. Right? This is Funkville. Everybody's going to be screaming for you out there.
For sure, as a German professional in Roth, it's got to be something different. And like apart from my race, I just can't wait to experience this.
I love it. How about a round of applause for Freddie Funk? Again, Breakfast with Bob. Hold on, everybody. We will be right